But I don't know, man, Cliff. We living in some times, man. Right now, nigga, these cops is not playing with our monkey asses, yo. It seems like they don't give a fuck. It's like they don't even watch the news. Them niggas, they don't give a fuck about being the next nigga that lose their job and their whole life. They don't care. They just want to kill niggas.
No.
And that what?
The you can hear me?
Yeah.
That Wendy's one, I understand y'all was debating, but I kind of think that was like.
Oh, it ain't nothing because first off, like Saida said in that post, Georgia police have to meet deadly force with deadly force. That's when you can shoot. And Georgia has deemed that a taser is not a deadly weapon. That's number one. So he was out of pocket for that right there. Secondly, the nigga was running. How do you shoot somebody who's running from you?
Yeah, but he shot back, though.
With a taser. You shoot. But what I'm telling you, you're shooting. You're
shooting cops, though.
Dog. Here's the thing. Number three.
I'm just saying, I'm being honest. I seen that video.
Listen, number three.
Like,
number three, sir, is that they had all his information.
No, we're going to start with number two. No. Start with number two because you mentioned number two, and then you said what you had to say. Ain't nobody say nothing back to it.
You can't shoot niggas.
Because the fact of the matter is, was the fact that he was running, right? The fact that he was running, he turned around with a taser. Let's say the taser connected, right? The cop falls out. The guy then takes his gun and then shoot the cop. Then what would we say? Well, he should have shot him first. Before that would have. You are a cop. The motherfucker is Snoopy Toe.
I understand exactly what you're saying, but that man was fleeing.
Okay, so if he was fleeing, how did he have time to turn back around?
Right. And they didn't come there to assist that man. They came there to arrest that man. See, it's a big difference. They were supposed to fucking assist that man. Had that man been a white woman, let me just say one thing. Had that been a white bitch, they would have drove her car home. One of them would have got in her car and drove her car home, and they would have made sure she got in her house and then maybe tried to rape her. But that bitch would have made it home alive. Drunk people.
Don't get me wrong. This is what I'm saying. Nobody's justifying, like, to the certain point that they know we do black people. And I saw a post that somebody said they have us confused to think that killing us is justifiable. No, nobody's saying that. We understand that there's inequality, just like the dude that we can do something, but at the same time, they can have a gun and still point at the police officer and still not get shot. But what I'm saying is the fact that he ran. Why did he just keep fucking running? What was the purpose of him turning around? All right, go ahead.
He was drunk. How many drunk crackers? Let's go through the history of drunk white people in America on social media recently that either fucking kick cops, try to run cops off the road, who do goofy shit, and they end up alive. I don't want to hear that shit. No, he didn't go. Or at the end of the day, he was fucked up. He was a drunk dude. Why didn't they assist him? Sir, where do you live? Why are you trying to put handcuffs on him? He committed no crime. Automatically, you're presenting an air of resistance instead of assistance. Cops need to create assistance instead of resistance. Sir, where do you live? I live over here. Are you married? Yeah, I got a girlfriend. Can she come get your vehicle? Okay, what's her number? Let me see your phone. Assist him. He's not a criminal. He didn't murder nobody. He wasn't selling drugs. He was merely drunk.
Wait. So
he wasn't. Here's the thing. He actually did the responsible thing because technically he wasn't even drunk driving. I mean, drunk driving white boys who swerving on the fucking road end up alive. So I want to hear that shit.
Okay.
What he did.
So what you're saying is the argument is the fact that they wouldn't have did it to a white person. That's your argument at the end of the day.
Right, no. That's my second argument. My first argument is they met him with resistance instead of assistance. And these cops got to realize who the fuck they work for. They don't work for themselves. They work for the public. So if you see a man drunk and he ain't committed a crime, ask him, where you going, sir? Is there anyone I can call? Assist him.
Now, I mean,
instead of trying to, the minute you start putting handcuffs on niggas, you get resistance. You don't get compliance, especially when a person know they didn't do anything wrong. You know who is the most easiest niggas to arrest? Niggas that did it.
Something wrong.
Right. You ever niggas who did it, they always 90% of the time, when they get arrested, the cops come, they be like, and there was no incident. Cause the nigga know he wrong. You know who be dying? Niggas that know they right. I'm sorry. I'm a little amped up.
It is what it is, but what I'm saying is I realize a lot of our arguments based on what's going on is that the same argument has been going on regardless with everything.
Right.
They wouldn't do it.
And so let me ask you.
No, I'm just saying they would. It's almost like as long as we know they'll do it to white folks, it's equal. So I mean, is it the problem with the law? Okay. So
right.
So that's the point. So what we're saying is that normally if we see videos, if as long as we see videos with motherfucking white boys running and they try to tase up a cop while they running, it's all good. If we see them get shot, it's no argument because it's equal. But all I'm saying is you're right in reference to they come at us. They do come at us real fucked up. Like you coming, it's like if a dude come up to you, he coming real foul with his mouth. You're like, yo, relax, nigga. Like depending on how the conversation goes. The bottom line is, you just said as long as they do it to them, it's all good. But y'all not doing that. But then that's a whole bigger argument than everything.
Now let me ask you this question, right? When you're in the service of customer service, when you are truly in the job of customer service and you care about the people you serve, what you witness is trends, right? As a customer service person, you witness certain trends, right? How to talk to people. You see a certain climate. What you understand is that the police do not believe that they are in the business of customer service. Because if I was a cop in this climate right now, that nigga could have ran off for me with the taser. I would have either got in my car and chased him and fucked him up or something, or went to his house. But in this climate, if I'm really trying to serve the community, I'm not gonna be killing nobody because I'm witnessing what's going on. You know what I mean? I'm like, you ain't gonna.
Now my question is like the reality. The only way shit like this gonna change is shit like that. And it's, I hate to say it, more black people is dying, and it's fucked up. These are the mortars of the situation. These are literally the more, and we got to see. Not only do that dude lose his job, because that's all they said was like, oh, he's gonna lose his job, and there's a black mayor. So I'm just saying. But the reality is, no, you need to send these motherfuckers to jail. Now, when that shit start happening often, that's when shit gonna change. Because there's no accountability.
But no accountability. And, you know, this shit is happening on the cusp of Atlanta creating, I think it's Atlanta, they creating something that I said we should have been did years ago, was a civilian review board of police shootings. You know what I'm saying? Like, how the fuck you gonna get the police to police the police? Like, that shit don't even make sense. How you go, you know what I mean? Like, body cameras. Who the fuck is watching these body cameras? Thank God. You know what I'm saying? They can't find a way to erase the shit on there, because I'm sure they will find a fucking way. But I want to address these Latino motherfuckers. And I want to say this with all due respect, because my daughter is Latino. I'm seeing a lot of y'all Latinx motherfuckers. A lot of y'all Latinx, Latino cops, Martinez, Hernandez, Cortez, I'm seeing a lot of y'all motherfuckers, Quiones, a lot of y'all act like y'all not from the hood and don't got family in the hood and didn't grow up with black people. And y'all killing a lot of us too. Now, don't think that we ain't out here saying Black Lives Matter and brown lives don't matter, but we is a consensus that black, y'all motherfuckers is black too. All that Latinx and all that shit. See, what y'all trying to do is become cops and flood the departments so y'all can get a leg into white supremacy so that y'all can, use your color as access, a little lighter skin and a little position to get into white supremacy. You guys are trying to get in, and that is really not going to help you.
All right, now I got a question. I'm play devil's advocate. I can't.
Not as offensive as the Chinese.
What'd you say?
I said it ain't gonna work for the Latinos because they ain't as inventive as the Chinese people. See, they had to let the white supremacists because the Chinese is just so smart and got money and shit. Spanish people can dance and make beautiful babies.
Yeah, my son is beautiful, but he was beautiful regardless because I'm his dad. But anyway, now when you say, because this is a debate that we sometimes say, that I sometimes have with a couple of my Spanish colleagues, and I see some of them, and I see a lot of them, they knowledge of stuff a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But like you said, I'm starting to see a lot of that in the police force. But do you think it's not only, we can't hide, you know what I'm saying? No matter if we're a police officer or not, we can't hide the fact that we black. But the fact of it is,
well,
I recognize.
What I will say is I do see a lot of Latino cops with the bullshit. Really with the bullshit. Like the one in New York, he just started punching this motherfucker, going upside this kid's head, beating him.
Oh, you talking about the one thing? It was at night, right?
Yeah.
They had him up against the wall.
Absolute power corrupts absolutely. So it doesn't matter if the cops are Latinos. It doesn't matter if they're Chinese. It don't give a fuck. If the only cop I haven't seen fucking black people up is American Indian cops. So I'm looking out for a nigga with a ponytail under the hat, like looking like what's that nigga from Tekken?
What you talking about? Oh, nah. Kuzma.
What's his name? Officer Mohawk. Officer Tomahawk. We have a.
But do you feel like it's the position that corrupts everybody? Because you could see some of us, we do the same shit. You already beefing with. Well, I guess you fixed that situation, but some of us act funny once we get in that position. So when it's all said and done, I just think it's the position in itself that corrupts.
It is. Anytime you got a gun on a motherfucker that didn't even go to college, that didn't grow up in the neighborhood, that didn't grow up with the people, that never been in the hobby. They practice every situation in them fucking in training camp, but how to defuse. You look at all them training camp videos, they teach motherfuckers how to shoot. Don't shoot the civilian. Oh, you fucked the terrorist. You do all of that, but they don't have no conflict resolution to how you might get two niggas that's arguing, how to diffuse the argument, how to, you don't have to cuff people immediately. Anytime you go to cuff someone, I'm not going to say myself because I've been handcuffed and I've caught a charge resisting arrest and assaulting a police officer. So I can tell you that when them handcuffs get on you, and I was wrong, and I was resisting. Just imagine how people resist when they right.
But all right,
you know what I'm saying?
So to me, I feel like we are always bringing up the conversation of always talking about what the fuck is wrong, right? Cool. This has been something that's been going on since before us. It's gonna be going on after us, right? But we always talking about what's going wrong, what's wrong. It's like I was talking to Skills the other time. Like we're quick to point out, or we're quick to want to gain the acceptance or want people to see shit from our point of view. or our way? Why don't they understand? Why? I mean, like I told somebody before, if gays are fighting for their rights, you ain't out there marching for that shit because it don't relate to you.
We live in a power structure controlled by white supremacists. And ever since the day a black child is born, they have been taught to look for white acceptance. From the day they was born, they've been looking for white acceptance. Been taught how to say your ABCs, which is the Queen's English, whatever the fuck you want to call that.
And our last name. And our last name.
Right. Even down to your name is a name of a motherfucker that raped your grandmother. So your great grandmother. So at the end of the day, you come into this world as a black child in America already with a brand on you, like a piece of property connected to a clan of motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So it's generational. But what we need to do is keep burning this shit up. See, all this peaceful all that peaceful protesting shit.
Nah.
Yeah, but that's why, and that's how you gotta scare white people. These white people don't move until they scared. I'm sorry, Atlanta, y'all motherfuckers gotta burn. Y'all gotta look like California in August.
No, but
did them.
Nah, but always realize something, and this is the irony behind it. If you ever look, when they get when the motherfucking protesters get too close, they do something like they herd the sheep. The police herd the sheep like, nah. You ain't getting in this neighborhood. Because reality, what should happen is the same shit that happened in Tulsa. You need to go into the neighborhoods and fuck burning down a store. You need to start burning down property. Real property. Into the neighborhoods of property.
That's it.
And that's when you gonna get.
You know why they acted so fast in Minnesota? Is because they was destroying property. You know why they acted so fast in New York? Because niggas in New York was raiding Rolex stores and Chanel stores and fucking up property, and they can't get back. They already want niggas to go back to work from the corona, but they scared of them. So they said, you know what? Let's make this happen. White folks don't respect nothing but violence.
You do know why the NFL wanted to talk now, right? Because I just wait on some real shit. I just watched the 92 riots, right? That shit was more gangster, but the problem was it wasn't social media and it only happened in LA. If niggas acted like LA,
they were throwing white people out the car, hitting them with bricks in their head on TV. Imagine if them niggas from 92 had Instagram. Niggas would have been doing so much for the gram. It would have, oh my God. Back in Reginald Denny, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but yo,
did you watch?
Yo, they beat.
Did you watch that? Did I watch the 92? They talked about the 92 riots. And what I was bugging out, them motherfuckers in Cali was gangster as hell. It was like, and then the NFL now is saying shit, but the only reason, because they saw, oh my God, black niggas, this is the first time blacks and everybody have been in unison at the same time. Thank God for Corona. We got to say that, because if it wasn't Corona, right, niggas ain't going to be doing, they ain't got shit else to do. So when it's all said, let's go the fuck out. But Corona helped.
Listen, you gotta understand
a lot of shit.
I don't even think Colin Kaepernick should take a job with the nigga. He should decline the job. If they offer him the job, he should say no. Because right now, he's a political martyr.
Even if they'll say something, how these niggas never mention Kaepernick.
Right.
He took money.
Right. No.
They don't have to say nothing.
Understand. Colin Kaepernick signed the NDA. He got anywhere between $11 and $60 million. Right. Nobody knows. Anywhere between that. He never speaks. He never speaks. So he can't. And symbolism. I don't think them crackers want to give him no more money after they done gave him some money to shut up. So I don't think he ever getting his job back.
No, he ain't getting no job back.
NFL do.
He gonna give it back.
No. Colin Kaepernick will not get his job back.
He gonna get it back now.
He ain't getting back to be for one, he ain't gonna get a job back to be a starting quarterback, and he damn sure ain't gonna take a job where he a backup. So he ain't getting a job back. It don't make sense for him. Because he know
right.
Bullshit. Or if you get the job back, get a banging ass endorsement, do what the fuck you do, and fuck the team over. I don't know, but I just don't see the purpose of them.
Them motherfucking devils will send somebody at him for $10 million to break his legs. Paralyze him. Now he in a chair.
Nah, he good.
No. Just the cherry on top. I can just see them devils. They'd be like, you know what? Anybody put him in a chair, get $10 million in the clear. And I can see somebody. They will Joe Montana his ass. They will rock his socks. He will come out of that motherfucker shaking like Muhammad Ali, singing a Khalees song in a snowstorm with a milkshake. That motherfucker. That nigga Andre 3000 said, "I'm cooler than Freddie Jackson." What he said? He said, "I'm cooler than Freddie Jackson drinking a." What he said? Damn.
Can't remember, nigga.
He said, "I'm cooler than Freddie Jackson drinking a milkshake in a snowstorm." Any 3 ways to get your throat warm. That's crazy. But anyway,
if the NBA goes back, like I think the biggest argument is Kyrie is stating that he don't think it's time to go back because it ends. But a lot now, people have valid points that the fact that the players feel like some people say that this would be a bigger the fact that once the games are being played, when the reporters come to it, they can voice their being out there to be able to be vocal about the stance. To me, I think it's bullshit because the reality is, think about it. The NBA is playing. You got more people now back in the house. And even nobody think about NBA, the players saying nothing. They know the players are saying something. That's why we got social media. So you don't need the players to be playing basketball for them to make their fucking points. The reality, that's why the players got social media. They gonna get on social media and view what the fuck it is that they gotta view. So I mean, being that I don't know if you heard about it, but what is your stance on should they go back to play? Oh, in your opinion, do you think it would be helpful for them to go to play? Or do you think, fuck it, don't play, fuck it, and still keep going, keep fighting?
Because you know what? If they go back to play basketball, First Take, all the sports channels, that's what they're going to be talking about sports. Right now, everything is focused on laws and Black Lives Matter and all of that type of stuff. Basketball. Right. So I'm thinking like they're on TV every day. So why not they bring the message in the platform on TV every day? T-shirts, Black Lives Matter. They can put Black Lives Matter on the basketball court. They can actually blow it up. And what do you think David Stern going to do? Yeah, not David Stern.
Silver, man.
What's my man? Adam Silver. What you think Adam Silver going to do? And now, instead of it just being on their social media, that was on their TV. That was on their stadiums. That was on the logo. That was on the apparel. And it becomes one of the now. And before, let me tell you one thing about when you start a movement, you got to start with propaganda first. When Hitler, hold on 1 second. Nigga,
is your mic,
man? Shut up, man.
Is your mic being rubbing against your shirt or something? Yeah, thank you.
I'm sorry. He recording, yo. So yeah. Shut this. You losing, nigga. It don't matter. So listen, edit them out. But all right, let me bring it back. Okay. What I think is that it's a good idea for them to bring the games back, because not only is this a great time to push the message of Black Lives Matter, but now they can bring it on a grander scale. which means, even on the uniforms, napkins. I don't give a fuck where it's at in the arena. As much propaganda as we can get to ingrain it in people's mind. That's what it needs to do.
But you're assuming that's going to happen.
Yeah, but no, listen. I don't believe that Adam Silver at this climate, he will look stupid and sensitive with your business made up of 80 to 90% of black men, and all your stars are black men with black sons, to not, be able to, let this movement fly. And also, what I see is that, it needs to be everywhere. The same way that when Hitler started, doing what he did, that terrible shit over there, he started with a propaganda message that Jews were terrible money grubbers and all this bad shit. And so now, we fast forward to this decade, this era, we want to make sure Black Lives Matter is our new propaganda, so to speak. It needs to be on everything. People need to see it. These motherfuckers need to remind. I hate to say it, we need to remind them every day. If somebody forget it, this cop just seen this whole fucking country blow up over racial tensions, and this motherfucker just go shoot a motherfucker in Wendy's. Just shoot him. He didn't even think to run him down, tackle him. So they still don't get the point. So
you do know that ain't the only situation that happened, because they said within the same week there was another.
I know.
Yeah.
If white supremacy is everywhere, Black Lives Matter need to be everywhere.
No, I love something that I saw, that they was like, the NRA didn't say nothing about the gun laws until the Black Panthers went on March on Washington. March on Washington. And then they said, nah.
NRA don't give a fuck.
Yeah. But that's why I like Dave Chappelle shit. Like, the minute he said, the only time they give the NRA ever said
the NRA when it comes to black people, not really associated.
What?
I said the NRA said with black people, it mean not really associated.
Wait, something just happened. I don't know what just happened. That's dumb as hell. All right, no. All right, nah, we still go. I'll edit all this anyway. But
So that's what it is, man. That shit don't mean nothing for black people. I was in the NRA, and she's like, "I like me. I like you, coon. You are a coon with a K. Fuck you you're in an organization you pay money for every month, and it will stand up for niggas. They ain't never submitted $1 to the National Negro College Fund. I ain't never seen them niggas sponsor nothing for black people. Yeah, that shit is terrible. Man. NRA for black people, not really associated. Stop paying your money, idiots.
Nah, man. No, I ain't. I always tell y'all it's as simple as shit. Like, and it's something that I told even Skills. We were talking, and I said, like, I think knowledge is the main thing that we all need, yo. Because it's almost like us growing up. We were growing up to the point thinking that shit wasn't possible, or you can't do this, you can't do this. But it was almost like that same situation where you're like, well, you know what? How many of us got our gun license? How many of us got our gun permits? Even though you say, and I know how your view is on it, but the bottom line is, I'm gonna take advantage of whatever the fuck I can take advantage of it. I'll deal with the fact that I live in a state where it's not a license to carry. But guess what? You ain't gonna say nothing if I got it in my goddamn house and I am a carrier. Sometimes we gotta realize we gotta take the slow thing. I'm gonna make sure that I got the same shit that somebody else got. That's just the reality.
Them crackers will come in your house with that gum. Y'all niggas I ain't need no gum from it. I got something for them. It ain't gonna get on me. I say one thing.
Nigga, you just got a knife in your house. That nigga got a knife. A motherfucking butter knife talking about, don't come in here.
Y'all motherfuckers going to jail just like me. Y'all going to jail just like me. If you see that nigga drag your kid outside, beat the shit out the kids because he beat the shit. He's taking that shit right out the house. You catching that charge just like me. You gonna tell a nigga, come in my house, let me be. Come in my house to the back room and let me shoot you. Why you
See again, that's the problem right there. No, I know what I could do. I know what the fuck I can say. The difference is that right there becomes the problem with us. We assume. Stop assuming. Understand the law, bruh, because that ain't how it go. Like if a motherfucking cop came to somebody shoot. See, here's the difference. Let's say a cop came, somebody jumped in your house, right? Burglary. You shot him, right? Yeah. They came and broke in your house, but then now the next question you're gonna get is like, wait, how you got that gun? That shit illegal. And you killed the man with a legal gun. Now the difference is when the cop comes into my motherfucking house and asks me, I was like, yo, I feared for my life. It looked like he branded a weapon. I shot him. Oh, is that gun? Yeah, I'm good because the first thing I said was he came in my house and I feared for my life. It matters what you say when the first. You can't say, yo,
right.
I realize me.
And I'm going to tell you what I said. And I'm going to tell you, I accosted him. I beat his ass, took the gun, and shot him with his own gun. This illegal gun is his.
So that means
the gun on that nigga. That nigga wearing the gun and the ass and the charge. Who the dumb nigga?
So what you just said. Wait.
No, nigga, put it on the nigga that you killed in the house.
Wait.
He already died.
So think about what you just said, yo. Think about what you just said. You took the gun from him, so he was no longer a threat.
No, then he had a knife.
Okay. So that nigga was Rambo. Coming to your house. Oh, I get it.
Listen. I was a self-defense. You're a dummy if you let a nigga, if you catch a charge for a illegal gun and a nigga broke your house.
Look, man, you got to understand the laws. We live in Jersey.
Exactly, nigga. This is set up. New Jersey is a criminal state. It's set up for the criminals to take your shit, fuck you up, and the politicians take your shit.
It's set up for motherfuckers that don't know the deal. That's what it's set up for. I just said, I mean, I know I can't run outside after a person, but I know if you walk in here, I know it's a problem.
Yeah, but, oh yeah, man, listen. Listen, most people get in the shit in the street. Niggas slap your ass at Walmart. Be ready to stomp you. Your ass getting beat the fuck. They jumping the shit out your ass at Walmart. And if you go back and get that gun, you can get the murder of team.
Yeah,
so,
I mean,
I'm keeping mine with me. It don't matter. I don't give a fuck about no charges, none of that. Fuck all of that, because I'm gonna catch the same charges, man. I'm not going out.
Yo, you know what? You know what's happening with your mic? You really doing your Teddy Riley today, yo? All of a sudden, it's shit like chop, 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 chop.